everybody! Welcome to Sunday night's show, our weekly DCU show, even though we're down to only 2 shows now.
And soon there will be none, and we'll have to rename our Sunday show to talk about something else.
Very well. Well, when this ends, we could probably move Sunday's show and make it like Winona Earp, Dark Matter, and that other show, Killjoys.
It would be like a sci-fi weekly roundup.
Yeah, sounds good to me. All things sci-fi.
That's what we did last time. Last time it replaced 12 Monkeys, but this time we have other stuff. But, oh my goodness.
Yes.
So Timeless, let's get that out of the way.
Let's go ahead and get that awesomely amazing news to out of the way, because there's only been one other show that I know of in existence that had gotten the ban hammer, the cancel axe, Jericho, and then got pulled back because of fan response.
Did it pull back this quickly? Did it get pulled back quickly though?
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
This show, I think last week. Oh, I have a bruise. Last week, we were talking about how the people were tweeting about how it sounded like it was positive, like they were going to get it. And then 2 days later, they were like, no, it's canceled. And then 3 days after that, they were like, psych.
Did it. So then
such a roller coaster.
Timeless totally did the roller coaster ride and got renewed yesterday. So they got their season 2 renewal, and it will be back in summer of 2018. So we aren't going to see that for like an entire year, and it's only a 10-episode run. So if you really like that show, watch it live, watch it on your DVR as soon as it airs, whatever you got to do. If you want that show to come back again for a 3rd season, watch it, watch it, watch it.
I think time travel shows are better in a short season because they're so complex that if you try to stretch it out over 24 episodes.
Yeah,
it's going to get bloated. There's going to be too many breaks because of holidays and preemptions. And this one's getting really twisty. Like, it started out, that first episode was like, oh, this is cute, it's time travel.
Yeah.
And then by the end it was like, you have no idea what's going on, and also look at the stuff that just happened.
Look over here. And now, over here. Look, there's a whole pile of boxes behind me. Yes, I'm being that weird tonight. Can you tell I'm feeling better, ladies and gentlemen?
One half of my brother's DVD collection.
Nice.
There's another shelf over there.
Yeah.
There.
All right, so there you go, folks. What's it called? Timeless was renewed. That's the big news for tonight. And now we can move on to discussing Supergirl.
There were some other renewal announcements that I heard this week, but all of them were like, yeah, I didn't expect that to get canceled, so it wasn't like as big as the Timeless news.
Hang on, I think I'm gonna need a blanket. Because there's like a nice breeze coming through this window, and it's a little chilly, and I can't get up and shut it right now. So.
This is like the weirdest May ever. Yesterday, it didn't even go over 60 degrees. I was walking the dog and freezing my butt off because I was expecting it to be May in the south, and I didn't have anything warm.
There we go. Current temperature in Lake Elsinore.
64 degrees.
Usually we're like in the hundreds already. It's ridiculous. Oh, and just because I am that weird of a person, yes, we are just discussing the DCU, and yet I'm wearing Marvel. I am Groot. And Rocket.
I am Groot.
I am Groot, and now I can cover back up with my blanket. Hello, blanket.
It looks like a nice blanket. I love a blanket.
I think we're gonna have like the mildest summer in California history this year. It's ridiculous.
Well, they said on some news thing, they said that 75% of drought areas no longer count as drought. So I guess it's back to the other side. Where now it's gonna be like
it's hilarious.
Like anti-drought. But anyway, Supergirl.
Yes, Supergirl. Supergirl has been here we go.
And that's why we keep cups of water.
Yep. Supergirl has been really on point this last couple weeks. I mean, it's hitting you in all the feels, and
this whole thing with Mon-El's mom, and
I know. And like what a way, what the perfect time of year to be doing the evil mom storyline, right?
right? Like this week is when she's like, "Yeah, we're gonna destroy the Earth. Sorry, I lied to you.
And then threatening
Use
her
your
with a
mega
gun.
resources." This most recent one, I like that the telepathic terror attack was actually an accident. Like that wasn't even the intention of what was going on.
Yeah.
It's always like so.
And it was a Jimmy story, which made me so happy because they really have not been utilizing Jimmy that much at all this season. And it was like making me sad because I love Jimmy.
I think that like the overall theme of this season is everything is changing and nobody knows what they want out of life. I think that's the overall theme.
Yeah, it does really seem that way, and I like it a lot. And it's like they're dealing with it without all the angsty teen drama that these shows seem to pick up, and I'm really proud of Supergirl for that. They're dealing with it like adults.
And like they're taking their time. They're not doing it all in one episode either. Like Jimmy's been feeling kind of in the corner for a couple of episodes now, and like Kara didn't want anything to change at the beginning and is still struggling with it now, but is handling it better.
Yeah.
And Mon-El's entire storyline is about changing.
Now, I love Mon-El, and I'm so tired of the anti-Mon-El people on Tumblr, which is a big part of why I'm changing Tumblrs.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, yeah. I want to just enjoy my experience on Tumblr.
They're so cute now. He was such a dick at the beginning, but they took like
really
10 episodes to turn him into a good guy, and now he's so cute. And he's still a little dumb, and he's still awkward, but he's cute. Have you noticed that the last like 3 weeks, every time they show him, he's eating something?
Yes, I have noticed that. He's like discovering all the foods. This is
like,
the kitten tonight. The kitten. This is the kitten today. This is what? This is what?
He's too cute. I want 12.
I just want to view the cover photo. And then this was Bam all day today. That's my bed that he's laying on.
I read an article today posted on Mother's Day saying that the mothering instinct is a lie, like it doesn't exist. But I think that maybe the cat mama instinct does exist because I just want all the cats. I don't want babies, but I want all the cats
too. That's how I ended up with a third cat, a kitten, a baby. He's my baby. He's my baby bean. I was calling him a beanie baby earlier today.
About the size of one.
Right? Oh my god. I found a picture of Bam as a kitten today. It's so hilarious. Hang on. It's on my iPod now too.
Baby cats are so gawky and like they're all ears and paws and tails.
I know. Wait. The iPod's being very stupid. Hold on. All photos. There we go.
First cat that we had when I was little, I swear that she was like 90% tail. She had the longest tail ever when she was a baby.
Yeah. No, open. That is that big fat loaf laying on my bed as a teeny tiny baby.
Look how big them ears are. He can pick up satellite.
He got like the world's biggest ears and as a baby.
They were already full grown.
I had more pictures. I took so many pictures of him as a kitten, but I can never find them, and it really makes me sad because I want to post them. His 12th birthday is next month, and I want to be like this big collage of baby Bam photos on my Facebook or something.
Oh, that's so long ago though. Like, I didn't even get my first digital camera until Ninja was like 3 or 4. So, like, the really early stuff, there's no digital photos of that. And she wasn't a baby when I got her anyway. Like, she was already full grown. She was just skinny. She was like a year old, so she was skinny, and she didn't get fat until she lived by herself in a house.
That's great. I gotta share that with Barbara. I'm okay, I promise.
Oh my goodness.
But yes.
Yeah, so I was surprised that there was more episodes after this one, because the end of the most recent episode of Supergirl, with like all the ships coming through, just hundreds and hundreds of ships. Looks like a cliffhanger.
Oh my god, that would have been a great season finale. Leave us hanging till next season to see. Oh my god.
Right?
How are they gonna solve this?
More than that.
Right?
It would be hilarious,
and then,
though,
like,
if they
Lena
all
was
get
all knocked
through.
unconscious. Like, oh my gosh.
And then kidnapped. They took everybody away at the end. Ooh, is this going to be when Lena finds out that Kara is Supergirl? Because that would be good.
I need Lena to find out Kara is Supergirl.
She really should know.
I just need more Lena and Supergirl in general, because I'm just like in love with Katie McGrath. So
It's so pretty.
it is.
She was in some one of the Hallmark Christmas movies, looking all gorgeous, and I was like, "Look, it's Lena Luthor."
I keep expecting somebody to talk to you in the background or hear voices in the background, because like usually
I know
there is.
it's so quiet. I really don't want to go home. It's so quiet here. Like sometime tomorrow they're supposed to be home, and then I have to go back to my home. There's gonna be so much noise and so small of a space for me.
I know. That's how I feel when I go house sitting and I gotta come home and be like, dogs, cats, people.
Everything. It wouldn't be so bad if I was going home to like my own apartment where there was all of my stuff organized, but I only have like one little corner about the size of a closet. This room for my stuff. So it winds up getting piled up.
Yeah.
I keep it below camera frame so nobody sees the cluster of junk, but
yeah. I still want to move this desk around, but then I worry that if it rains, because that leak on the one wall. I really do, though, because it would be so cool to hang stuff on the wall behind me and like be cool. The wallow stuff.
probably flip it around in the same spot.
Huh?
You could probably flip it around, but like in the same spot, so that you're not
up against that corner. Yeah. I actually kind of thought about doing it like at a diagonal, so it wasn't right up in that corner. I don't know. I've talked to Barbara about it, see what she thinks.
Anyway, I know there was more about Supergirl.
Is this gonna be like the world's shortest show? Is this gonna be the shortest show we've ever?
2 episodes.
I know, it's like we only have 2 shows to talk about, and I feel like we've already done Supergirl, so like I'm trying to think of other random things we can talk about. Like I'm totally going and seeing Guardians of the Galaxy next weekend. Woohoo!
I haven't seen it yet.
I know, neither have I.
Normally I go to for my birthday, because having a Memorial Day weekend birthday, there's always a big blockbuster to watch.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's gonna happen this year because my brother doesn't have a car and none of us have money.
I'm sorry.
So sad. So sad.
Did you see how fast the send? Could you imagine if I had not gotten up and turned on a light before this show started?
You'd just be like sitting in a cave all of a sudden.
I know, it will be that. I almost wish I had turned on the lamp above me, but I would have to go to the wall to do it. I could. Not like we have anything besides The Flash to talk about. This week's episode was actually really good. I'm gonna go turn on that other lamp because it's getting too dim for me. Here we go. And yes, I spun the chair for a reason when I stood up, so y'all didn't see me.
I was sort of
That's a
half
little
expecting it to come back around with something in it because that's always what happens in horror movies.
It'd be the cat.
Just out of nowhere, there's a cat like he was always there.
It was me. I was the cat all along.
Twist!
Oh, speaking of Gurr, because I just quoted Gurr randomly. Did you know they're doing a movie
Of Invader Zim? I heard that it was coming back and it was going to be Jonan Vasquez that did it.
Super excited because I love Gurr. I am Gurr.
Invader Zim until I went to college and my roommate was obsessed with him. So we watched the whole thing and it was like brain. So much of the random stuff she said was straight out of that show.
Yeah.
And I never even knew it.
Yeah, the psycho former friend is the one who got me into that. And speaking of her, she thinks I'm stalking her now.
Charming.
Yeah, that's what you said you haven't been on Facebook in a while. I was say that's what that
Yeah.
when you're accused of stalking people but you ain't post was about yesterday.
Whatever, lady.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't have time to be stalking your fucking skank ass. And that's the last I have to say on you. Because if you're watching this, you'll hear me say that and you'll know I'm talking about you. So remove my name from your DeviantArt. Hi, I'm done. My mom has always taught me when somebody accuses you of doing something, they're the one who's doing it.
Probably. Especially on important things like boyfriends accusing you of cheating.
You know, like the ex-boyfriend accusing me of pawning off my engagement ring.
I was totally gonna pawn my engagement ring and I wound up throwing it at his face like some telenovela because he wouldn't shut up about it.
Nice.
But
Okay. I was checking to see if anyone had said anything to us. No one. Peanut Gallery. Anyways, back over here. Okay, so let's see. We got 1 week, less than 1 week till season 3 of 12 Monkeys. We can talk about that for a few seconds.
I mean, we made it.
I'm like so sad that I'm only gonna probably be able to watch Friday night. Like I'm only
more
able to
than
watch.
you thought you were gonna
live.
get to watch that.
Yeah, I know, but I really want to watch Saturday and Sunday night live too. But I want to go see Guardians of the Galaxy, and I want to go out to eat and all that fun stuff because I have been.
But you don't want to just shut yourself up in a darkened room for 3 whole days? What?
No, I've been doing that for the last 2 weeks. I'm ready. I'm going stir crazy at this point.
I was actually kind of hoping that weekend and this weekend would wind up being the same weekend so that I could like literally just sit here by myself in a house. That would have been so great.
Yeah, and I'm like, I got all excited because my one friend, she gave me access to her Vudu. She buys each season as it airs. Ooh. And then I'm like, yes, I will be able to watch season 3 anytime I want in my room.
I was looking to see if I was going. I was looking to see if I was going to get the video of season 2 so I could rewatch it before season 3 aired.
Yeah.
And I had already paid for it and totally forgot about it, so that made me happy. It was already sitting there in my Google account waiting for me.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yay! I didn't watch any last night because I went up to bed so late last night and I had to watch The Flash so I could talk about it today. So like I gotta watch 3 episodes sometime tonight or tomorrow. Or if I don't watch them tonight, I'm gonna have to pop through 4 episodes tomorrow.
I was planning on watching it yesterday in between chapters in that book I had to read, but then I discovered Anne of Green Gables. And I watched all of that.
I know you told me about that. I need to check that out once I'm like done marathoning 12 Monkeys for the next.
Oh my god, you guys. It is so good. It has the prettiest opening sequence, and the girl they hired for Anne, the girl they cast, is like It's like she was born to be Anne Shirley. She is so perfect.
I will check it out.
She gets that Anne is basically the saddest person who ever existed in a book, but that she's really good at being positive anyway.
Yeah.
Because the last time they made an ongoing TV show about it, it was sort of, I don't want to say fluffy, but it was less concerned about the actual emotional truth of being an abused orphan.
Yeah.
And the whole like first half of the first season is about her trying to be a normal kid when she has never been a kid because she's been working since
because like
born.
a lot of people argued that she was never abused and all this stuff, and I'm like, have you never read these books?
She was,
oh my god, that poor child.
Like, it was very clear that she was a mistreated servant for years, and she's only like 11 in the book. She's 13 in the show, but like,
yeah, she was 11 in the books. I own all of them, so I've like read them multiple times.
Yeah,
and
someone gave me the box set
just
for my birthday one year.
I have
read
like
them all.
copies of a couple of them because somebody else would give me random copies of books, and I'm like, I already have the complete set, but thank you.
But like, I'm pretty sure that this only covers about half of the first books, so they could make like 14 seasons if they go through all the books at the same speed.
Be awesome.
Because it covers like Anne's whole life. She's like 40 by the end of the last book, so they could just periodically recast her if the show doesn't keep up with the age of the actors.
Yeah. And this is on Netflix?
Netflix original. And by Netflix original, I mean it's a total Canadian production, and it's being distributed by Netflix.
Yeah, I gotcha. I'm seeing if I actually am. Oh, I am logged into Netflix. Is it streaming?
Yeah. It's Anne with an E is what it's called. But it's like, it's literally making me more than anything else recently, making me want to move to Canada. And I already had an obsession with Prince Edward Island because of that stupid book when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And by stupid book, I mean one of my favorite books.
Oh, wow.
The guy that they got to play Gilbert is probably the cutest 13-year-old boy you have ever seen in your entire life.
Okay. I'm looking at the little girl and I'm like, I want to steal her for a pick face. She's so cute.
She's so cute.
I haven't done much before now because I've never seen her before.
They've filled in some of the backstories, like Matthew and Marilla have backstories, and they've rearranged some stuff and made it a little more sensational towards the end of the season. But by then you don't even care. The first episode is so perfect.
Like, it is adorable. I love how we're talking about this show, and I'm gonna show Barbara because she's obsessed with Anne of Green Gables.
It's so good. I was just gonna watch the first episode.
If I freeze, I'm sorry because I'm trying to do too much on the computer at once. But it's been really good all day. It's been on all day.
Oh my gosh! I was just gonna watch one episode to like give my brain a break because I was reading an anthology and it was getting a lot of information in a short amount of time. I watched that first episode and I literally just cried my way through the whole first episode. And it was only half because it was sad and she was very tragical. But like, most of it was because it was so perfect that it was like somebody looked inside my soul when I was 13 and gave me the show that I always wanted for that series.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's so perfect. And the doll kept looking at me like, what the fuck, woman? And then I told everybody I know they need to watch it before I even watch the second episode.
Obviously, whoever's playing Matthew Cuthbert is somebody Barbara knows. So who is it?
Oh my god, he is so good. He is so good. He's like the biggest teddy bear you ever saw on anything ever, and I want to keep him forever. All of them are so good. Like, whoever did casting for this show must have read the books and must have loved them their entire life, because it's, like, spot on.
Oh my god, wait. Really? Wait. Scroll down. Oh my god! Okay, so, years ago, when we were, like, in our late teens, late teens, there was a show on Disney called, Avonlea. Road to Avonlea, or Avonlea, depending on where you were either in the US or in Canada. There was a character named Jasper Dale. That's who's playing Matthew Cuthbert in the new series.
Oh my god, he came home!
I'm gonna tell Bart we have to watch this.
Watch it, like, as soon as we're done with this show. Just watch it. Just watch the whole thing. You don't even need to sleep tonight, I promise.
No, we'll probably have to wait until, like, a week or two from now, because reasons. Too many shows to watch right now.
It's great.
It's gonna be nice to have, like, a week or so off from TV next week, because, like, literally everything's season finaleing next week.
It's true.
Nice.
And then we're gonna have like a minute, and then everything else starts up in June. There's like 5 shows I want to watch starting up in June.
Once, like, everything season finales, I'll push through this Anne series and we can actually discuss it on here. Because
there's only
so cute, and I'm excited. Yay, Jasper.
There's only like 6 episodes, I think, or 8 episodes. There's not a lot of them. The first one is longer than the others. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's so good, and the whole thing is beautiful, and the weather around them, like, shows the change of the year without them ever having to do, like, under tricks.
Yeah.
And everything is so perfect. I want to live in their house. Green Gables, like, this house that they got to be Green Gables is, like, the perfect house.
Oh my gosh, yes. Awesome. See, this is why we're unprofessional, Mom. Now we're talking Anne of Green Gables instead of The Flash.
Oh god.
Yeah, we spent, like, over the winter, we watched all of Avonlea. All of it, like, because we have it on DVD. We got it for her mom for Christmas, and so we literally just watched, like, the entire series over the winter.
Oh my god. We used to watch it when it was on, because it was one of the few things that everyone could agree on when we were all living at home.
Yeah.
When we were at my grandma's house or my aunt's house, they all watched it too. So, like, we watched it for a long time that way. But I don't think I've seen it since it was on. But I wonder if that's on Netflix too.
What, Avonlea?
It would be really smart if they just put all the different filmed versions of it up there, since they just put out their new one.
Yeah.
And then everyone can go, I want more! And then they can go watch all the other 700 versions of them filmed.
Yeah.
Main selling point. I keep forgetting I finished my tea and, like, picking up my teacup and it's empty and it's disappointing.
Too. Let's see. Lee. To everybody. See DVD details. It's on DVD only.
Nobody actually gets DVDs anymore.
They want you to save all DVDs to queue, but you can't order them. Unless they've changed their... Yeah, see, season 1 is not available. Season 2 is. Season 3 is. Season 4 is not.
I hate when they do that. Why would you do that? If you're selling your rights to your show, why would you not give somebody all the episodes? Like, Magnum was on there, and it had the first couple seasons, and then that show was on for like 10 or 12 years, and they only had scattered episodes through most of the rest of the show. I mean, it's not a continuous storyline, but it's still, like, you know that there are hundreds of episodes, and you're only giving me 60. Why are you gonna do that? Right? That's just gonna drive people to pirating or whatever.
I think Barbara said most of the episodes are on YouTube, but I'd have to ask her for a link.
On YouTube, I can find them then.
Yeah. Such a cute series. I love, and Felicity and oh God, what was his name? And
I don't remember
Gus.
anyone's names.
Felicity and Gus. Oh my God, their story. So much pain. Yes, at one point I was a normal teenage girl who liked sappy, gappy love stories. Not anymore. I still do. Okay, closing.
We were at the flea market. We were at the flea market last weekend, and I found some Boxcar Children books. And I was remembering how I used to be a normal girl who read babysitter clubs and Boxcar Children.
Oh my God, I used to own like every babysitter club book ever written.
I had like 60 of them. I was reading them so fast that I basically had to start reading adult books because my mom couldn't keep up with my reading habits. Because we would go once a month, and I would buy like 5, and I'd be through them in a week.
Okay, you see the okay, when I see the second box here, not the top one, but the one right under it. It's hard to point when I'm looking at it. Okay, that one right under it. A friend of mine, or an aunt or an uncle or a friend of mine bought me a book called which one was it in that series? It was like the 14th book in the series.
So then you had to go and get all the rest, of course.
It was called Thoroughbred. It was about horse racing. And I loved it. Hey, are they making a movie? What?
Are they selling our childhoods back at us again? Those bitches.
I'm trying to. Oh,
they
no.
Know.
Okay, that's not it. Okay. I was like, oh my God, they're making my favorite book series into a movie. They're not.
Oh, speaking of book series being turned into movies, I just heard last week that Susan Cooper's The Dark is Rising got optioned for movies again.
Ooh.
The last attempt was not very good. They changed too much stuff. But like, if they do it again and they do it right in this age of like perfect fantasy and sci-fi, it could be so good. I'd be sitting there crying like I did at Avonlea. It would just be like, oh my God, you got it right. With my overly emotional, geeky self.
Right? Okay, which one was it? Which one was it? She's Glory. I was right. It was the 14th book in the series. Oh my gosh, that's so hilarious. I fell in love with these books, and I got all the books up to book 14, and I'm trying to see what the last I think I got was. I think it was like book 49, and the series went on for like 10 more books, because it looks like the books
so close to the end.
I know, and it's like now I'm missing books from all the moves, so it's like I feel like I need to recollect the missing ones.
I don't have any of my babysitter books anymore.
Yeah, it's because they're all in here. And then the other series I have is the Animorphs series, and I'm missing like the last 6 books of that series.
I only ever read like one Animorphs book, because when the Animorphs were like the big thing in my school, I was reading the My Teacher books.
Oh,
I was all about space aliens. I didn't need shapeshifter aliens. Jeremy Thatcher Dragon Hatcher, I would kill for that boy.
There was years and years ago, I got a book, and I think it was like one of my teachers gave it to me, and it was called Billy Barker's Dog Won't Stay Buried. And for some reason, like all the dogs and cats and stuff that were being euthanized were coming back as ghosts and haunting their owners. And it was like one of the best books I read as a small child. I was like 8 or 9 when somebody gave this to me, because it was hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
one that I'm
Sure.
absolutely obsessed with is Stonewords, a ghost story. I actually still own a copy of that. And it's like for 8 or 9 years old, but I will still every once in a while I'll go get it out of the box and I'll be like, but I still love it. It's so good.
Over the last couple of years, I've been seeking out the books that I loved when I was a kid that I didn't still own. So I rebought all of my teacher books, and I actually got a whole bunch of other Bruce Coville books that I never knew about.
Yeah.
He's written like dozens of books because he writes middle grade, which is not very.
I'm going to embarrass myself here for a second. 1 second.
And I rebought the whole Wrinkle in Time series.
Oh, I love those.
There's
When
like
I was
6 of
very
those
small,
books.
and I'm 3, 4 years old, my mom read a certain book to me every night. And I, even to this point, basically know the story by heart. I decided on a whim one year, right to Christmas, to see if I could find it on Amazon. And I did, for a penny.
What?
I love this book.
Surprise in the Tree?
It is like the cutest. When did I go to the Luxor Hotel and Casino? Okay. Look at the inside artwork. It's so freaking cute. It's about this little boy. All he wants is a kitten from his neighbor cat's litter. And he gets her and names the kitten. I think he named it Penny. Yeah. He named the kitten Penny. He's just like always getting in all this trouble and being just like being a kitten. Like it's in a coat. He's getting in the cookie jar. God. I'm like literally going to show you this entire book. It's gonna give us some time here. In the mom's 90s.
Did you ever? I don't know if they published them here, but when we were in Scotland, there was this collection of little cat stories. They were like little books, like about this big. Or about every single one was about a cat trying to be a different kind of animal.
No,
and there was
I never saw those. I probably would have loved them.
Cute, really pretty art. Very small, easy for little kids to read, but they were so cute. And there was one there was one called Elephant Cat that was my favorite. It was a Siamese cat that went to live with elephants and was trying to push logs around, even though it's like this big.
So anyways,
how to have big ears, so it's like.
And the little boy has to find her, and she's up in the tree. And so he runs home to get his mom. He's like, "Mom, the cat's in the tree." And the mom calls the fire department, and they're like, "We'll be there as soon as we can." You can tell how old this book is here, folks, because the firemen will not come help your cat no more. So the little boy is waiting and waiting for the police to come, and the kitten is so upset. So sad. I love this book. And so the little boy's like, "I can't wait anymore." And he goes and climbs the tree to get the cat for himself. So as he climbs the tree, what does the cat do? The cat gets out of the tree and randoms the fire truck to save the day. And they climb the tree to get the kitty. And mom's like, "Wait, the cat's not in the tree. What's in the tree now?" It's the little boy. So they had to save the little boy. And that was the surprise in a tree. And I don't know. I just love this book. I love it.
Picture books are so great.
Like 3 years old.
I've started a collection of kids. Some of them are so good.
They are, and they're so cute. I'm trying to see what year this book was published. Because had it.
It's actually.
Wow.
It's really hard to write a kid's book because you have to write it very simply with very few words. It's like writing a haiku of a story.
Yeah, oh my gosh, wow. This book is 20 years older than me. It was written in 1962.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. I love this book. I love it. It's like I literally just like went out of my way to find it. And then there was another one that I read in junior high. It's called Legend of Wolf Song by George Stone. And it was based on an Indian legend. And I loved it. And for years and years, I would look for it and look for it. Found it for 25 cents at like a Goodwill or something. Like within the last 10 years.
There was a book that I read when I was like 10 or 11 called Owl in Love,
Mm-hmm.
about a girl who was a shapeshifter who thought she was a freak because like nobody knew how to handle that, and then she meets another person who's like her who knows what to do about it. It's so good, and I loved it so hard, but I never owned it.
Yeah.
I never owned it. It was like a classroom copy, and I kept trying to keep it and kept getting in trouble for it.
Oh, I did that.
So I had to go find that, and when I found it, even though it had a different cover, I'm like, I'm buying this and I'm keeping it forever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still looking for The Boy with the Bronze Axe. If you ever find a copy of a book called The Boy with the Bronze Axe, get it for me because I cannot find it.
The Boy with the Bronze Axe?
Yeah. Like, it's about a boy who lives in Skara Brae. You know, the Stone Age village way up in northern Scotland that got covered over and was discovered in the 80s?
Okay.
It was about a boy who lived there who had a bronze axe, and I don't remember much about it other than the descriptions of the houses, but I literally had my teacher read it to me like 3 times when I was in school.
Okay.
Find it.
Hold on. I'm very good at finding books. Like, as long as the computer doesn't decide it hates me right now, I may have already found it.
What the fuck? I've been looking 20 years for that book.
I'm waiting for Amazon to load. Come on, Amazon. Sometime today.
I don't know who wrote it. I don't remember what the cover looked like, but it's definitely called The Boy with the Bronze Axe, and it's about Skara Brae.
Yeah, I think I found it.
Fuck you.
Come on, Amazon. Sometime today. See, we should have did this book show last summer.
We should have done the book show last summer. The book show is still sitting there waiting that we never actually scheduled or did.
Been so busy with actual shows, it's been hard. Okay, Amazon does not want to load. Really? Come on.
There was another book that I read around the same time called A Hawk in Silver that I did not have to look for Hawk and Silver because we moved back to the States, and then randomly my best friend gave me a copy of it, even though it was never published in the States. Got it. If you didn't like it.
Just ignore the hardcover price there. Holy crap! I think I found it.
How much did they want for it?
They want $150.68. For the paperback, they want $9.95. It's even cheaper if you get a used copy for $3.
Kelpie's Classic. If you're looking for like seriously random, my teacher that year was from the Scottish Highlands and read us so many Scottish stories.
Oh,
and the is really good.
what is it?
The Kelpie's Pearl.
Okay, I'll write it down.
It's not very big because it's before YA existed and books got longer for kids, but
yeah.
There's another book that goes along with it about some other thing, but I don't think I ever read the other one. And Snow Spider was also read by that teacher. That was really good. That's a Welsh story.
There was a book I read. God, what was it called? Now I'm going to do a Google search because I can't remember the title of it. But it was about this boy who wanted to be the court jester. And he ends up picking up a very ugly dog that actually turned out to be a gargoyle.
Did you just do one of those Google searches that's like this book that's about the thing with the thing and the other thing?
It's called Song of the Gargoyle.
I have found
and
so
I
many.
loved that book when I was a kid.
I found so many like tiny one season 1980s cartoons by doing the who did the thing with the stuff sorts of Google searches. I'm so glad Google is like Smart.
I've done that so many times.
I'm so glad Google is smart.
All right, so Flash.
The Flash, not books we read when we were 8.
Let's talk Flash. Oh my!
I am so mad that they replaced Barry's memory.
I know. I didn't want Barry's memories back. I wanted him to like not have his memories for an episode or two, because that would have just been so much fucking fun.
It would have been so great if literally that's the way that they defeated Savitar. Because
I know.
seriously, like it's always I have to run faster.
Like, seriously, how original would that have been? It would have been, like, the best thing ever.
They could just leave him with no memory. He forms a new life. Then there's the whole angst about after they get past the point when he would have become Savitar, if they could give him his memory back.
Right.
A whole new kind of angst rather than the usual I'm so sad I'm not fast enough angst, which is about all that Barry has most of the time.
Right? And it's like he describes himself at the opening of the show every week. I'm the fastest man alive. Obviously, you're not if you're bitching about not having enough speed every week.
Oh no! The answer is literally you have to run faster, Barry.
And I'm like super excited. I need next week's episode now, like tonight.
No. I saw the ad and I went back to On Demand and I was like, I can watch that one now. And then I was like, shit, it hasn't aired yet.
I know, I need that episode and it looks like it's my Len, our Len, the good Len.
I want to know how.
I know. Well, the way I'm reading, I've read a couple things online. It looks like that Barry somehow goes back in time to like during the first season of Legends and steals Len off the Wave Rider.
Of course he fucking does.
And I'm really, really hoping that this is how they're gonna bring Len back for next season. That they're gonna like somehow erase Len dying altogether, and he's just back next season.
I really just want them to do that because out of all the shows, that is the one that's most likely to just totally rearrange everything.
Yeah.
Because that's literally their job.
Somebody made the point of that Barry could go in and literally just snatch Len right at the point of the Oculus blowing up and be like, zoink, you're alive now, and then dropping him back off on the Wave Rider. Like, hey, he's
that would be
Joy.
So good. That would be
almost
as good as Len.
Way to fix that story fuck up. Seriously, that was the worst fuck up DC. Killing off Leonard Stark.
That would be almost as good as Len having a plan himself because he figured out what was coming because everyone was talking cryptically for years before he was a legend. Because, like, he is totally the sort of person who would have in case I'm about to be destroyed by a giant time explosion contingency plan. It would be perfectly in character.
He is. He really, really is. He's just that much of a planner. And we're not discussing this week's episode because I need to discuss the big, big statement at the end of the episode.
Do it.
He said he loved her.
I know.
Oh my god! And he's the one who got through to her. He's the one who got through to her.
That was so good. This is the first time I've given a crap about Killer Frost since she happened.
I know. I mean, I like the premises of Killer Frost because she's an awesome character. Honestly, I'd play her if I thought I could do her justice.
She's so she's so badass and cool, but they keep giving her crap all to do in the story.
Yeah.
Like she
stands
around complaining.
I kind of hope she kind of stays a little bit Killer Frost because I have a feeling we're headed back to her becoming Caitlyn. But I kind of hope she's like
Caitlyn is still in there.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that at the end of this arc of hers, she's more accepting of her abilities and doesn't think I have to be a villain just because I have powers, which is like no sense to me for her storyline at all.
Has been so stupid since the beginning.
Yeah.
Since her powers developed, she's been ignoring the fact that she is living in the middle of a superpower like hotbed where they can figure out how to not make her evil.
Right?
Because Cisco literally just did the same thing last season.
I know. It's like, Caitlin, honey.
The writers, they're just like tossing out the continuity.
Like, she's one of the smartest people in the group. She's smarter than Barry and Cisco and everybody in the group that's smart like that. And she just completely just like, oh, I don't have any brains anymore. I'm evil. And it's so out of character for Caitlin.
And that's why this episode was so great, because she was doing the science and she was fixing things.
Caitlin. Kate Frost. There we go. Kate Frost.
Kate Frost.
Like I'm saying Cake Frost.
Cake frosting. It was so good. This episode was handled so well. Remember, Barry had no memory, and he kept like sideways guessing the stupid things that the writers have given to him to do this season, which means they're aware that they are stupid things.
I know, I love it. I'm like wondering if like a completely different writer wrote this episode and be like, dudes, y'all did some stupid shit. I'm gonna call you on it.
Right? Like he goes, my name's not Barry, and he pulls out his ID and he's like, Bartholomew Henry. Terrible name.
That is a terrible, terrible name.
And then he had everyone calling him Bart.
I know. And Julian with the glasses and the emoji.
Smiley face emoji.
I died. I literally died over that. I had to pause the DVD player because I'm like, oh my god, Julian, you did not.
And then like after Iris takes him back to their apartment, he's like, this is where we live? How do we afford this? And I'm like, I know.
Is he affording it?
He's like, neither of them are ever at work. And they're like,
Julian doesn't even fucking work anymore.
None of them are ever at work. The apartment prices must be so low in a place that's constantly being attacked by supervillains. That's the only
really must.
That's the only excuse that I can think up for it.
I could not afford that apartment.
Speaking of, I feel like they've fallen into the trap where everyone who's a meta has to be evil. And shouldn't there be like equal amounts of heroes and villains just because people naturally are equally amounts
because
of
like metas right now are literally the only metas are Barry, Wally, and Cisco that are good.
Yeah. Else they found Magenta. She's a split personality who's crazy.
And she tried to be evil, but she didn't really want to be.
Yeah, they had to like talk her out of it.
Yeah.
And Cisco thought he would be evil, but managed to get around it. But like literally everyone else they meet is a villain. Just like automatically. They're like, oh, I have powers now. I'm gonna go knock over that building and kill 100 people.
Right? It's like really weird. And then the villain this week was the fire guy who was the worst arsonist since Mick Rory went off the grid. And I'm like, he's like a throwaway Mick Rory, literally. He even looked the part.
That was so great. It's like he's off-brand Mick.
Totally off-brand Mick. It was hilarious.
He was even all grizzled and bald-headed and everything.
I'm like, oh my god, you were the off-brand Mick Rory. It was kind of cute in the same way. And I'm like, you suck though. He wasn't as joyful and jovial as he was burning things.
No. Jovial?
Whatever that word is.
And the part when they were sitting behind him in the courtroom and they were like, as Firemeister, and Julian's like, that is a stupid name. And Cisco just it's a good name. It's a good name. And the guy like shoots him a look over his shoulder. This episode was so fun. And they're just gonna go back to being all broody and horrible.
Yeah, this episode was like seriously the best one of the season, short of like the alien invasion episodes, because those were just fun because of Mick.
Right? I think that this is definitely the best one since we came back and everybody got the second half of season dome.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone
This is like
everyone got second half
literally
season dome.
this is and he was like, oh, what normally am I always just brooding all the time? I'm just a broody guy, and I'm like, well
Yeah, basically, that's you. Why are you
but
yelling at me?
seriously,
No, I
Saboteur
know.
not remembering who he is was perfect.
It was like one of the best episodes, and I think we had probably had a new writer. That is the only explanation I can give for this episode. It was a great episode, and somebody hired a season 1 writer to write or a beginning season 3A writer for season 3B, I guess.
Maybe like something must have changed. Because if it's the same writers and they could be writing like this, then I'm just really pissed that they're not the rest of the time.
Right, it's annoying. Come here, Flash. Let's see who actually wrote last night's episode. This week's episode, not last night's.
Because
Cold in here.
The first half of the season was so good, and I was so proud of them for not having the dumb problems and acting like human beings and not making stupid choices. And then we get to the second half of the season and everyone is stupid and weepy and mopey again.
Yeah. Let's see who
And then this
wrote
episode,
this episode.
that was so good.
Greg Berlanti, Andrew Kreisberg.
People who invented the show, why are they not always writing if this is how it's going to be when they're writing?
The episode was written by Judalina Nira and Lauren Serto.
Why?
It was women!
That's why it was not stupid.
This was the best episode of the season because women wrote it.
Have they written other episodes? Are the other ones that they've written good?
Let's actually go back and find that out. Names.
If you go to the wiki, Wikipedia.
Go in here. Come here, Judalina. You have an interesting name. I like your name.
Are you on IMDb? Because Wikipedia just gives you a chart that tells you who wrote every episode of the season.
Yeah, I'm on IMDb. Judalina has written 21. Oh, wait, let's see. She wrote Cause and Effect, Into the Speed Force, Killer Frost, Magenta.
Pretty good episode,
she
even though it still had the
editor on a lot of episodes.
You're allowed to write more because those were all pretty good episodes.
Yeah, they were. All right, and her co-writer, Lauren Serto. Yoink. This is her only episode she wrote. The rest of the time, she's just been an assistant to A. Kreisberg.
Oh, that's how writers start out, though. Maybe we just witnessed a fantastic new writing partnership.
Yes, you two totally deserve to keep writing. So please do write me more episodes.
And in like 5 or 10 years, y'all can get your own show and be the new Terry and Travis. For 10 years, Terry and Travis will
I just clicked to the next episode. I just clicked to the next episode and I'm like, it's Barry chooses to use any means necessary to save the woman he loves. The Flash turns to Captain Cold for help, but I'm just grinning like an idiot. Let's see who wrote this one. Ooh, the teleplay was by J. Gray. These people have weird names. Gray Godfrey.
Oh, Grania.
Grania?
That's a Gaelic name.
Grania Godfrey. I don't care.
That was the name of a pirate in a book I read once.
And if they don't let Julian and Len interact, I will be like really sad. Like really sad because that would be so fun.
They had that thing at the end of the season where they're like, where will we find that much power? And then it cuts to this red thing with King Shark.
Yeah.
To know what that red thing is.
It
Did I
was a little
forget it from
confusing.
a
I'm like, what is
previous
that thing? Was
episode?
that something we knew about and I forgot?
Like, if it was, it must have been so long ago that I've totally forgotten the widget because they were looking like I should know what it is, and I did not know.
I know. And why is it with King Shark? Because I thought he was being held by
In that prison tank?
Yeah, I thought he was in the prison tank. Because I thought he was being held by what's his name's wife.
They have just been running around being lame asses for so long that if this was set up in the first half of the season, I've totally forgotten about it by now. The whole Sabotage thing is taking way too long. Like, the reveal, they kept tweeting through the official account. They were like, "Are you ready for the reveal?" for the entire episode, and then it was literally like the last 30 seconds.
Right.
And they've been doing that all season. I'm like, who the fuck cares who he is? It would have been much more compelling if he knew all along that he was the villain and he had to figure it out.
It would have been far more entertaining for him to have to fight himself more than once.
Right?
Because you know it's going to come down to Barry having to run super fast or something to beat Savitar.
Yeah. Always does.
Yeah. The computer's having a connection. Yeah, this is the third season.
How many more times can he go faster to solve the problem?
Know.
Like,
but I'm ready for next week's episode.
I'm ready for Len.
Yes.
I'm ready for him to stop.
I might actually come up here and curl up in the den, the bonus room, and watch that live. I think the computer is trying to freeze.
No.
We're actually good. We've covered everything we wanted to talk about tonight.
Including
books. What?
Including several other things.
Yeah, including books, 12 Monkeys, Timeless. We covered everything tonight. We did good.
Good.
An hour. Hey, shortest show yet. Told ya.
Well, we only had 2 episodes to really talk about, so it's when we have like 5 episodes that it goes to an hour 45.
Yeah. So okay. So we will be back Wednesday night. I gotta get used to that Wednesday night thing. We're doing Wednesdays now to give us more time to watch shows. Wednesday night, and we will be talking about Designated Survivor, Prison Break, and Doctor Who. I'm gonna try to watch all of that between now and Wednesday. I should have no problem. Someday I'll catch up on Magicians.
Someday. I saw 1 episode this season after mainlining the first season on Netflix.
Yeah, I have like the last 3 episodes sitting on my DVR, and I'm like, I need to just watch them. But it's like every time I sit down to I don't have anything to watch, I end up sitting around listening to music all day or playing on Tumblr all day like I did today.
Magicians is part of the Syfy Renaissance, though, which are basically built to watch all at once.
Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to wait for it to drop to whatever. Who has that? Magicians? Who has that?
Has it live, but last season was on Netflix, so I would expect the second season to be on Netflix.
Yeah, I may just end up deleting it and then sitting down and watching all of season 2 sometime this summer. Fast enough, that is.
I like to watch shows all at once, but I miss the camaraderie of watching it weekly when I do that.
And I miss it because I really got into it last year with 12 Monkeys and a couple of other shows, but this year it's just like I just don't. I can't be asked.
The first season, I had seen the beginning of it, but then it was on at the same time as Stitchers and Mortal Instruments. Stitchers and Mortal Instruments. So I wound up having to wait to watch the second replay of Magicians, which half the time I couldn't stay up until 1 a.m. because that's really late.
Yeah.
So it was like I kept missing it, and then I wound up missing the whole thing. And then I watched it on Netflix because I was trying to do that. They were doing a competition where you could write a story that would then be official if they liked it. And I was trying to do that, but the deadline fell at a really bad time, and I wound up not being able to do it, which really pissed me off because the prize was $10,000. So that didn't happen. But yeah, all the sci-fi shows right now are really good on anything where you can just keep watching because they're built with really good cliffhangers, and you don't have to worry about them when you have the next one.
Right, exactly. But yeah, so we'll be back on Wednesday. Did you unfreeze? Oh, might have unfroze. But I'm still gonna reboot when we get off the show here because I want to go play on Tumblr some more. So we'll be back Wednesday night. We'll discuss Designated Survivor, Prison Break, and Doctor Who with you, ladies and gentlemen. And we hope to
It was such a good episode of Doctor Who this week.
Watch it. I need to watch it.
So
we
good.
Really do.
Okay. We will see you
All right.
Wednesday.
See you all later. Bye.
Bye.